We are recording now, and Kenny, you were just fleeing from Sema Howe's residence with that bundle, which started to speak to you as you were.
But it was muffled because it started speaking in Sema House room, so we bundled it under like a duvet or whatever, several layers of cloth to try and keep the voice under control. And I think Ping was pretending to be drunk.
That's correct.
Cover up the talking.
Okay, so you are outside the residence. What would you like to do?
Utilize the sewers that we did last time to try and escape the city. I guess we kind of gloss over how we got back in the city in the first place. Actually,
well, you can certainly use the sewers. Just keep in mind there is the downside that they're difficult to endure, but you can certainly use the sewers. So
I get some aromatherapy oil. Just rub it under mine. Menthol.
So do you want to try to remember the way to the sewer entrance?
Yeah.
All right. So do you have either survival cities or a reasoning roll that you can make?
I do not. Do you, Ping?
I have survival cities, but
yeah. That's exactly what we need, because I survive a wilderness. I cannot navigate a city for shit.
Okay, I am good at fighting the sewers, so let me see what I can do here. I got a 9, yes.
All right, so you easily navigate your way to the entrance of the sewers, and as you approach the entrance, you do happen to see something that catches your eye, or you might. What's both of your detect rolls?
10.
How many, Kenny?
4.
2.
Oh, so you want the total or result?
Yeah, I just want the total.
Oh, okay, I've got a 2.
I haven't rolled yet. I thought, should I roll it?
No, I'm rolling. I apologize. I'm rolling.
Okay, I've got 2d10.
All right,
so 2d10 as well.
All right, so you guys both actually see this. There are some wanted posters in the city, actually quite close to the sewers, and you think that they bear striking resemblance to your party. But
am I in these posters?
No, it's just got 3 individuals. It looks like it has Dalfung, Uji, and Boris Drunken Sword. But you're a little far away to make out all the details. They could say, there might be a note in there about their companion, the pitiful Ping or something.
And it's getting quite late at the moment, right? So is it possible to go up and grab the poster to have a look at it?
Yeah, you could do that.
Just grab the poster and have a look.
Yeah, so you can see that there's a reward of 10,000 spades for each of you if captured or killed, and it has your names wrong though. It calls you Yin Chuji, and your depiction has scars and a couple of missing teeth, which you definitely don't have. But it looks kind of like you. And it calls your brother Yin Thung, and he's got a thick beard. And the guy who is obviously supposed to be Boris Drunken Sword, it looks kind of like him, is called Staunch Drifting Sword, and so it's just a little bit off.
Interesting.
It's not very flattering.
I'll just shrug and say it's probably Iron God Mung putting some connections to obscure our identities.
It'd be really funny if Staunch Drifting Sword got arrested, for Boris Drunken Sword's actions.
And the actual Staunch Drifting Sword out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, and it does say that
around saying that Yun Wan had a tiny penis. How do you plead? What? That doesn't sound like me at all.
And it says that you're wanted for massacres throughout the Empire and for the killing of officials.
Well, that's not wrong.
That's actually not wrong. I have no argument against that. I'm just gonna just pick it up and just keep going with Ping towards the sewers.
Okay. All right. So the
To be
bundle.
fair, most of the massacres are in self-defense, though.
The bundle continues to kind of try to speak through whatever you've put in front of its mouth, but it's mostly muffled at this point. And can you guys make some endurance rolls for me as you try to escape through the sewers?
Okay.
Does it help if I cover my nose?
you're gonna have to breathe at some point. Like, if you've ever been around sewer gas, there's it's debilitating.
So do I still get a bonus on that, or
what did you have a bonus for?
For the we went through the
being a
sewers
beggar.
last week for being a beggar.
Oh yeah, no, you
gave
would
me
still
a
get
bonus
that.
to stink.
Yeah, you should still definitely get that.
Ben, I've just got to ask, what did you get up to in your childhood to be familiar with sewer gas?
What was that?
I said, what did you get up to in your childhood to be familiar with the smell of sewer gas?
Well, I don't want to go into detail, but like you know, I've been close enough to leaks to know that you don't want that like no amount of breath holding.
I thought you were just going to start talking about George Carlin style when people just hopped into the raw sewage in the rivers.
No. Yeah, when I was a boy, you know, we didn't have any fancy pools. We
jumped in the sluice gate at the farm.
So I'm sorry.
So I got a 9.
You got a 9. All right. So you make it through without any issues. Kenny, what did you get?
0 D10. So.
Okay.
I actually got a 7. Holy shit!
Oh.
7 and an 8.
All right. So
7 at lowest.
So you managed to make it through, and you guys emerge just outside of the city, and that bundle is now like starting to get violent, like it's shaking, and it's getting all you can tell just really riled up.
Doesn't like being ignored. Sing to it.
I'll just say to be quiet.
And okay, hold on one second. I'm just getting its stats.
Stats. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It's going to try and kill you.
All right. What's your evade?
My
Uh-oh.
evade is 5.
All right. So
I told you to sing to it, Kenny.
the wrappings around it just burst open, and whatever you have it contained in flies open, and a whirl of wind just strikes both of you. Well, I'm sorry, Adam. What was your evade?
Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to roll 2. Okay.
Oh no, you don't need you don't need to roll. I just need to know your evade. Your defense rate.
I'm sorry. I evade. 5 is my evade.
All right, so you guys both have 5s, and he rolled a 5. So this blast of wind strikes both of you, unless you have a counter you want to use, which you certainly can try. And as this explosion of air releases, he just says, "Unhand me, you fiends!" And I don't know. Do you guys have counters that you want to use, or?
Yeah.
Is it just air that's hitting us?
It's air, but it's powerful air. It's going to do some damage.
He's farted, in other words.
I guess I'll
Damn, that's some powerful air!
A
Do I
whirling
pick a
dodge
card?
seems the wrong way to go with this.
Do it cathartically.
Can I do a horizontal sidestep? Would that be helpful?
This is a great win, so whirling dodge is probably your best bet. You still might.
You think that would be helpful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it cathartically and you reduce all damage. So.
I'll do a cathartic
That's
while
true.
you punch them.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a cathartic whirling dodge. I got an 8.
All right, so you dodge out of the way, and Kenny.
So, athletics 2d10, and I got a 9.
All right, so you guys both dodge out of the way, and you see a small sort of diminutive, desiccated corpse just kind of staring at you angrily, and it's not quite combat yet because that was sort of an initial attack. I don't know what you guys' reactions to this is going to be.
What are you?
He says, "How dare you try to contain me?"
Once again, what are you?
He says, I am the same as you. I'm a man.
Oh, you're a very tiny man.
He says, old age.
Oh, I see. How old are you?
He sort of does a quick calculation, and he says,
42.
I believe I'm over 1,000 years old.
Wow. So what?
Ask him when he had his midlife crisis.
Why were you being transported by the Kailin?
He says, I'm not entirely sure. I think somebody thought that I was an artifact.
Why were you not upset then, but you're upset when we move you?
He says, it's taken me a while to awaken.
Oh yeah, I see.
That makes sense.
He says, so you should bow down now as my disciples.
Your disciples? Who are you? Just to give me some context here.
He says, I am Sun Mai.
Does that mean anything to you?
Chat wrinkles.
It's almost like saying it's like saying that he's the founder of Shaolin Kung Fu or something.
It's like calling himself like a founding father.
Wow. Okay.
Kenny, is your character laughing or is he not?
Oh no, he's I don't even think he knows who Sun. Oh, he probably knows who Sun Mai is. So he's just probably very confused.
Can I make
the legend of Sun Mai? Surely.
Can I like an empathy check to figure out if he's lying or if he at least thinks he's telling the truth or what the situation is?
Yeah. What's your empathy?
2.
2. All right. So 2d10. You're having a really hard time assessing him because
he's a desiccated corpse.
Yeah, he's a desiccated corpse that's about 4 feet tall and just a little tough to read.
Yeah. That's it says you wish to take us as disciples?
He says, "Do you refuse?"
I do not refuse. It is very, very flattering.
Good question. So, a general knowledge thing, like Sun Mai thousands or thousands of years ago?
I'd have to actually do the math, but that probably thousands of years ago. And he said over 1,000. The calendar is divided by eras, and so it's it's sort of
hand wavy vague.
Yeah.
This is the 7th era doesn't necessarily mean this is 700 years ago,
Yeah. Well, not just that, but like it's just not it's easy to miscalculate them.
What should I say?
I'll bow. I'm curious to see where this is going. I'm kind of entertained by it, so I'm going to play along.
All right, he nods, and he says, "Do you promise to obey me?"
No.
Within reason.
He says, "No, there are no half measures in the martial arts. You must promise to obey your shifu, or we cannot have a student-teacher relationship."
Can they have another kind of relationship?
The man loves a corpse very, very much.
I don't know if you want to invite his.
Fine. I accept.
He says, "What is your name, disciple?"
I am Ping, Lu Ping.
Then he says, "Ping, please, vow your allegiance to me and promise never to disobey."
I vow my allegiance. I will never disobey you, Sifu.
He nods approvingly, and he looks over at you, and he says, "What about you?"
I guess my mother's not really my master, so there's no real reason to object.
You want to find a reason to object.
Yes. It's pretty sketchy.
Have you accepted anybody else as your master?
No. I think everything I know is like self-taught because it's all pretty basic stuff. Like firing an arrow quickly and firing an arrow sort of explodes into. No, that's not basic at all.
You've already pledged your
It's
allegiance
basic
to
and wide,
somebody.
yeah.
You could say that you've already pledged your allegiance to somebody, being Lady 87.
Yeah. I'll just cross my fists and sort of bow down and say, unfortunately, there is someone else that I'm serving at the moment, and if I were to take you as master, I wouldn't be able to, in good conscience, pledge my undying obedience to you.
He says, well, this is a reasonable and good excuse, so I will not press the matter. He says, but where were you taking me?
I owed someone a favor, and I had to steal a package from someone, and I was about to take you to the person.
Go.
So,
And if it wouldn't inconvenience you, perhaps you could come with us on a quick trip, just so we can explain to him that I tried my best to fulfill my promise, and that it is obviously beyond my means to hand over an object, and it is a great and venerable one such as yourself. It is not respectful at all.
he says, so let me get this straight. You've made arrangements with this person to purchase me.
No, I owed him a favor, and he made me steal you. Obviously, I didn't know it was you at the time, but he made me steal you and take you to him as a way to pay him back.
He nods and he says, well, seeing as you're my disciple's companion, I will play along for the time being, and then I will contemplate our future domination of the martial world.
I actually like the sound of this.
He says,
Actually,
Ping.
you know what? That whole thing about me serving else? Yeah, fuck him. I'm with you now.
He says, Ping, who must we destroy to rise up in the martial world here? I am not up to date on recent events.
Boy.
There is but one man. His name is Boris Strongman's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll just say. Oh, does it count if killing the emperor wouldn't technically get you to be the leader of the martial world, would it? But it would.
He is the leader of the martial world there.
The emperor leader of the martial world?
In a sense, I mean, he it's debatable.
He's probably got the most powerful, actual kung fu. He also commands the most powerful warriors in the Yao and anybody else who pledges, obedience to him and stuff. Like, Yun Wan was Chi rank 6 and was subordinate to the Glorious Emperor, so you can probably assume the Glorious Emperor is like Chi 7 or something. Not to mention, if we're chilling out with Sunan, then that means that this guy is a fucking immortal.
So, yeah, I want to give him an honest answer. What would be
Sicken boy.
potentially good answers? What's that?
Oh, I was just saying, sicken boy.
I'm just going to say the person who holds the most influence in this area is the Glorious Emperor.
He says, I haven't heard of him. What is his greatest achievement?
Well, he rules this entire region, and he commands an army of Yao.
What are Yao?
Good question.
Warriors.
They're heartless immortal warriors. They can only be defeated when you destroy their hearts, but they are otherwise invincible.
He says, I don't like the sound of this glorious emperor.
Not many people do.
He's a right
he is a tyrant. He rules with an iron fist, and he subjugates the poor and oppresses the common folk.
He says, well, none of that is a concern, but he's standing in my way, it sounds like. So he's going to have to go.
And I'll just say, the Glorious Emperor has been known in the past to capture heroes of great renown and perform dark rituals on them to remove their hearts in order to transform them into Yao. if the Emperor were to know of your existence, he would undoubtedly send people after you in order to transform you into his servants.
This would be most troublesome. Do you have knowledge of this ritual? Can you perform it yourself?
No, this is I am but a commoner. This sort of knowledge is of the highest.
He says,
obviously not.
He says, then here's what we shall do. You will place me back in a bundle, and I shall pretend to be at rest, and you will return me to this individual that you have your agreement with, and I shall keep my eyes and ears open. And Ping, you will look for a way to find this ritual. And then once we have this ritual, we will make an army of Yao ourselves, and we will defeat the glorious Emperor.
That sounds like a simple enough plan, Shifu.
Tell me, Shifu, why was it you didn't like the sound of a glorious Emperor? Because he was using these weird, heartless, immortal warrior Yao things? And then you're like, I need them.
He didn't like the sound of it because he was getting in the way of his dominion, right?
He said his problem with him was that he was in his way. He didn't mind all the other stuff.
The problem with the Yao was the glorious Emperor has Yao and he doesn't have Yao yet.
So all right. So I'm going to switch back over to the other characters now because we're going to try to do 15 to 20 minutes at a time. All right. So you guys are just on that road, having killed Iron Wan, right? That's I believe where we left off with you. And so, what do you want to do after you've killed them all?
Loot his pockets and the other people's whom I killed.
Okay. All right. So in total, you're able to loot 1,500 spades.
Ah, was that it?
And he does have an emblem, obviously.
I'll take the emblem.
But it seems that he didn't come bringing critical documents or anything like that. He's obviously not a fool.
He was just on patrol and ran into us.
But you have with you have Saffron.
What's his rank emblem?
Oh, that's a good question. What is that rank? I think it's like 7.
I don't think it's higher than 4B because I showed that to him and he bricked himself.
No, he's not a 4B official. He's probably a 7 or an 8B official. I don't have it offhand, but it's in that area, I think. It's an 8. It's an 8A. It's an 8A.
8A rank emblem, and I'm guessing that's lower than 4B.
Yeah, the lower the number, the better.
The lower the number, the better, and the further along the alphabet the rank is, the better. Is that right?
The A is better than B.
Oh, okay. So then I've got a better emblem here.
Well, you got the rank 4 already, so that's already better.
That's rank 4B. Oh, right, I get it. So
if they were
B, C.
Yeah, if they were both rank 8 officials, the A would be better, but because they're different ranks, the 4 is better.
So, yeah, okay, that's cool.
And you have Saffron Tigress with you. You have, who is it? Nipung, her disciple, right? And do you have anybody else with you, or is that your retinue?
I'm pretty sure that Dalfang is with us.
Yeah. Do we have any constables?
And what about your father?
I think he came with us because we were just leaving.
We're leaving the place.
They're compromised.
Yeah, he would.
Oh shit! The plume.
Fuck the plume. Honestly, at this point, if we're going to be taking on the glorious Emperor and shit, just fuck the celestial plume and the drug trade and all that kind of stuff. Maybe 87 can send somebody more qualified to deal with it than her fucking alcoholic grandson-in-law.
Yeah, but if she's pissed off about the plume, I lose the eye.
Yeah, but part of that was also trying to develop a trading relationship with Iron God Mung, and he's deeply in bed with us, so, fuck it, it's fine. It's fine.
And just remind me, were you guys heading? You had 2 things that you were trying to do, right?
We're going back to my tune, and we're going to mention the stuff about Longmar Hall and how we need to release those prisoners, and then also seek to shelter Saffron Tigress here with our husband. And we were thinking about bringing Lady 87 into that, like letting her know about it. Because, if the Empire starts knocking on her door and she's got no idea why, I'm sure she'll be pissed off.
Okay. Was there something to do with the a sword as well?
Sword?
The sword that can kill Yao.
Yeah.
I think is that where we are
I think that's at the bottom of Mount Dao, which is the opposite direction from Mai Chun. But we may be mentioning to Lady 87 that we want to try and secure that sword for myself.
Okay. All right, so can you
We
guys...
talked to Saffron Tigress about it, and she was like, no, I do not recommend you going there with the intention of killing him for the sword.
Okay.
We can possibly ask for his help. And I was like, I want the sword, though. I want the sword.
So can you give me a survival roll for the journey to Mai Chun?
I'll assume that I'm 1 degree drunk. I got a 5 at the highest.
All right, that's actually exactly what you need in the civilized area within the Empire, so you're perfectly fine. Can you tell me where you're going when you get to Mai Chun?
I want to go to my house first.
All right. Can you roll me a d10?
Sure. 9.
All right. Okay, so when you get there, your house is empty except for your servants and your your prisoners. How many prisoners did you just have? Abbas Baoyu, or do you have more?
No, we had a few more.
Okay.
We kept them in a separate area. We kept Abbas Baoyu by herself, but all the other ones were kind of locked up in the same place, all with broken arms and legs.
Okay. No, I thought those were handed over to.
They were all handed over to Constable Yu. So it's just Abbas Baoyu who's at the house, imprisoned. Either way, when I get back to the house, I'm going to take the clay vessels. I'm going to take a clay vessel of pear blossom wine that I got, and I'm going to hide it somewhere in the house, along with my vessel of the dutiful Empress. And then I'll half-heartedly attempt to look for my wife, and then shrug my shoulders and go off to find Granny.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to go look for Lady 87?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to go to the Guan Manor?
Yeah, we'll go to Guan Manor. We'll announce that we're there to see Lady 87 and wait, till they're all congregated and stuff.
Okay. Are you going to take everybody with you, or are you going to leave them at your residence?
I'm going to take them all with us, but I'm going to request that Dao Fang waits outside with his parents just while I clear up what's happened to Lady 87.
Good thing, boss.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll do my best to be good.
Okay, so you're given an audience pretty quickly. And
cool.
Lady 87 seems a little bit irritated today when you get in there. And she says, go speak! What news do you have?
Hello, Lady 87. Well, I've got some good news, and I've got some possibly bad news. But we've sorted out the conflict with Longmar Hall. They're going to send back our prisoners, and we're going to send back theirs. And we can ferry our goods through their territory once per month, no problem. But more than that, and they're going to get pissed off with us because of all of the bad blood. And one of them tried to insult Your Honor at one point, but I gave him a proper good tongue thrashing.
She says, "Good. This is a workable arrangement. What else? What other news?"
Well, Dao Fang and Wu Ji. It turns out that their mother's quite famous, and that's attracted the interest of the Empire. I got really annoyed with the way that one of them was speaking and trying to boss around Wu Ji and stuff, so I killed him.
You killed who? Who did you kill?
I hold out an emblem, and I'm like, I didn't get his name. He was some homeless guy, but he had this emblem on him, and I hold out the rank 4B emblem.
She says, this is most serious.
Yeah, and then this Inspector One person was being an asshole, so I killed him too.
You killed Inspector One?
Yeah, I mean, we were traveling with Saffron Tigress, Dao Fang Wuji's mum, and he was getting all crazy and stuff, And so I killed him because otherwise he was going to blow a load of gaskets or something and, really cause trouble. Either way, we've heard about a sword that can slay Yao, so we're going to try and get that and deal with the Empire.
Her eyes light up and she just says, You've cemented an alliance with Long Mahal and dragged me into a war with the Empire? Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
I'm so losing my eye.
The Long Mahal stuff, yeah, but I mean, Dao Fang and Wu Ji, they only just found out their mum was his person, and she's wanted by the Empire, and that would attract back to us already. So I thought, let's just get this started with kill this guy before he starts trying to make them betray you and stuff, And the Empire's not hard to deal with. Look, I've got loads of emblems, and I pull out the rank AA one, toss it away.
She says they have more officials than this. They don't bother us because they don't have reason to.
Oh, it'll be fine. My sword skills have gotten really strong, and I'll find the sword which can kill Yao. And Saffron Tigress is really strong as well. She's an excellent martial hero.
She says very well. Where is Saffron Tigress now?
She is in the reception hall with Darfang. I told them to remain there whilst I talk to you. But they're ready to come in.
She says, I do not need to see them. Have them go to your residence. They can wait there in safety. And you will obtain this sword.
Absolutely.
And then we will deal with any punishments that need to be meted out.
I kind of scratch near my eye, punishments, of course. But I was really impressive with my sword play and killed lots of people very easily. So it's pretty good. And where should I send Abbess Baoyu? Because she's been in my residence for a long time, and I think she needs to go back with the hostages.
She's not a Long Mahal hostage, though. She belongs to the Temple of Jade.
Oh, excellent. Because she's actually good company for drinking.
She says, keep her as a prisoner. We still need her.
Will do, of course.
She says, you may go.
I'll bow respectfully and, shuffle out.
Okay.
Who's Abbas you affiliated with? Temple Hogan?
No.
Temple of Jade Mercies.
Temple of Jade Mercies, this one. So I'll stroll out and let out a casual burp as I walk, confidently up to Dalfan and Saffron Tigress and stuff. So, I told Granny about that we're going to war with the Emperor, and she was a little bit, upset, but I could tell she has faith in me, and she was like, we must make sure that we get this sword business done with so that we can kill Yao, otherwise we're probably really screwed.
I'm just gonna stare at him in silence for a few seconds and then be like, well, you should probably get on with that.
Hey, I do this for you. You don't tell me how to do my business.
I didn't mean anything by it, boss. And as I say that, I'm kind of nervously rubbing my eye.
I noticed that, and I kind of scratched mine as well. Just on the topic, and I'll look at Saffron Tigress. How likely do you think we are that we'll be able to get the sword?
What was that?
I said, how likely do you think we are that we'd be able to get the sword?
She says, well, you're not going to be able to get it by force. I think you're going to have to convince him to give it to you if you want it.
Does he like wine?
He's not particularly fond of it, no.
Ah!
All I know about him is that he likes bears.
By that, do you mean large game? No.
No. She means literal bears. He likes literal bears. And not in that way, just in they're a thing that he enjoys.
He enjoys the company of.
But she looks at you and she says, you know, so what did she say about us? Is she willing to protect us or no?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sure or really sure?
Well, I mean, Granny's always wanted me to predict what she's thinking, but I've always got it wrong. But, you know, I'm pretty sure about this. And as far as it goes, she said that, like, there are inspectors of the Empire, and they just kind of ignore what we're doing. But there are lots more of them, and they could come here to attack. So she's obviously worried about it, but she's stuck in bed with us, because I'm like her grandson-in-law, and I'm really wanted by the Empire, so it's all good. She can't betray me without getting her own, you know, granddaughter's granddaughter's child's father killed, and probably a granddaughter as well. So, you know, it's fine.
What's to stop her from handing you over to the Emperor?
Probably nothing.
Dalfung, I do not trust this woman.
Why don't you trust Granny? She gave me her granddaughter's hand in marriage, and she said she'd be punishing us afterwards. So, you know, she's obviously got an intention to do it. So, oh yeah, I look at Dalfang and go, she said she'd be punishing us afterwards.
I just look completely dejected.
Oh, he could always run away. My bitch wife's got a memento of me now that she's got a kid, so, you know.
I don't think that's a responsible thing to do, boss.
Yeah, I shouldn't be talking about it here. She's probably got spies everywhere.
Yeah, aren't there a bunch of the eyeless guys around these parts?
Yeah.
Well, are you guys still in the manor, or have you guys left the manor?
We'll probably be strolling out and chatting.
Okay, so you guys are probably fairly safe from that sort of thing. She says, I'd rather seek accommodations outside of my tune, Dalfung.
I'll be fine for at least one night. God, you can meet the abbess.
Dalfung, what do you think?
Well, the boss does get quite insistent, but we have been attacked there more times than I can remember. So...
I'll point out to you that all the fighting happened on the street outside of the house.
Pretty sure it's happened inside the house a few times.
Are you trying to say that my wife has a non-homely house? Is that a slight on my woman? Because
No.
I'll have to remember it.
How much have you had to drink?
Not a huge amount, but what he means by that is he'll have to remember it so that he can use it to slight her in the future.
Oh, okay. What did you say?
I'll be heading back to my manor, my house.
Well, I guess she goes with you, and so does her husband and her disciple. And,
Yeah. Whilst we're going there, I'll actually call on my brother Yunwan, not Yunwan, brother Guan.
Guanyan, right?
Yeah.
All right. He arrives, and he's got a couple of constables with him, and he says, "Good evening, brother."
Hey, brother. So, I got some news for you, but in the meantime, where's your sister at?
I don't keep track of her. Why?
I was just wondering, because she probably wants to hear his news as well. But basically, the Empire has had a falling out with us because of some family issues of Dalfang and Wuji, and I killed some officials. So, yeah, it was probably going to get hot water pretty soon.
Are you saying they're going to send an army soon?
Well, I'm not sure about an army, but I'm not sure about any of their tactical plans. But I killed a rank 4B and a rank 8A member. You know, do you remember, what's his name? Iron One.
He says, "Brother, does anybody know about this?"
Well, Yeah, I assume so. I mean, iron one, maybe not, but they can probably add one and one together. Ha! One and one. Ha!
He says, you should stay at your residence. I'll send over some wine. I'll take care of the matter.
No, it's fine. Honestly, I've told Lady 87, right? I'm gonna go off and get a sword which kills Yao, and then we're just gonna destroy the Empire. Think about how much easier it will be to do business without them getting in the way all the time.
Perhaps I should get the sword. I don't know that it's wise for you to be doing this with so many people after
you. You can come along with us if you want, brother.
He says, I'd have to run it by Lady 87. Let me see.
Sure thing.
If not, I'll join you along the way. I might be behind, but I'll join you.
No worries. We're probably leaving tomorrow. If you see my wife, tell her I hope the baby's a boy.
He says, I will do so. I will do so. I think she might have gone to Tungon. I do remember some mention of this, but...
Oh, that's dangerous.
But he bows and he leaves, and as he's going away, he says, "I'll send over some wine for you."
Oh, cheers! Thank you. Hopefully, it's not poison this time. You know, I've had an awful lot of poison wine recently.
He says, "Brother, I would never poison you. Don't be ridiculous."
Mommy!
And so an hour later, some wine is sent over, and
I'll stop paying if it's poison.
And I'm gonna switch over to the other group just because it's been 20 minutes.
Sure thing.
So, what are you guys doing?
I guess we just follow his plan, right? Wrap him up in the bundle again, and
dovetails pretty well with our plans. So yeah.
And then go to Heiyun and find Mr. Gao.
All right. Can I get a survival wilderness roll for the journey?
I can definitely do that.
Oh yes.
I got an 8 at the highest.
8 at the highest. All right. So you make it fine, and you get to Heiyun, and you go to Blue Cloud Manor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the woman who greeted you last time, I don't know if you remember, but Li Shen.
His wife?
No. He had a wife, but this was another woman.
Yeah.
She and she looks like a martial hero. She greets you and she leads you inside. And it's I guess it's late at night at this point, right? Because you guys have been traveling, or it's probably approaching dawn, and he greets you in his reception hall, and he says, "Chin Wuji, I didn't expect you back so quickly."
I am a man of my word, and I am very good at what I do.
He says, "Do you have my special item?"
I'll hold out the bundle.
I have the Viagra.
He nods pleasantly, and Li Shen walks over to take the bundle if you hand it to her.
I'll hand it to her, and I'll look over at Liu Ping and just be like, "What's going to happen now?" Type of expression.
Yeah, I'm very curious myself.
And the bundle seems fairly lifeless when you hand it over, and and she carries it over to him, and he sort of cradles it like a baby in his arms and looks at it, and he just says, "Oh, go ahead."
And I was going to say, pardon me for asking. I know it's stepping out of bounds a little bit here, but what business have you with this mummy?
I've been looking for this for some time. It is believed to be the remains of a great hero from ages past. What was left of his body after he became an immortal.
Some kind of surprising. Oh, and which hero would this be?
I am not sure. I've heard different accounts. Some people say it's Sunan. Some people say it's Bao. Some people say it's the Red General.
I'll just shake my head and go. Would it be crazy if it was Sunmai or something like that?
He says it's not without possibility. I think that it could be any number of famous individuals.
I'll just nod and say, well, I hope this concludes the promise from earlier.
It does, but you're so effective. I was hoping that we could continue this arrangement.
Who do you want us to get next, Bao?
You should find them. Oh god.
Just me, or did he sound a bit flirty when he said that?
No, that was quite
continue this arrangement.
I don't have any more things for you to steal.
No, but I could give you a monthly stipend, to, provided you're willing to occasionally perform services like this.
I'll just say you flatter me, and if I would not already, if I wasn't already serving the 87, I would undoubtedly take you up on the offer. But as you understand, sometimes I can be sent on missions and I'm not always available, and it's probably not good to set up an arrangement outside of the organization like this. One off, I think she can overlook, but if I did something like this, she'd probably frown on it. And you know her reputation when she's not happy.
He says, I admire your sense of loyalty to Lady 87. He says, I hope that you will look upon Blue Cloud Manor as a friend and ally in the future.
I'll bow, and I'll just say, well, I won't forget the favour you've done for the 87 killers. And if you have need in the future, just let me know, and I will do what I can to help. But obviously, as long as Lady 87 allows it. And
he bows and he says, I look forward to seeing you and Adam. Did you mention your name to him before, or does he not know your name?
I would mention my name because I have to introduce them.
So, you guys know each other, right? Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
So, so I look forward to seeing you and Ping again in the future.
I'll just bow and we'll take our leave now. It's late.
And he lets you leave. And as you're leaving, Li Shen just sort of whispers to you. He rarely makes offers of such arrangements. He looks very favorably upon the two of you.
I bow and nod.
I'll just whistle back. He honors me. He honors us, but I
don't do business with dead men.
I'll just say sometimes, prior arrangements makes things difficult to accept his offer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she nods and bows, and allows you to leave. And where do you go when you leave the manor?
Probably to an inn, actually. Let Ping and get some good, hard-earned rest.
Yeah.
What's the inn? What's the local inn? Don't remember.
Did you guys stay at an inn here? I don't know if you did stay at an inn here before.
Yeah, we did because he was being Mr. Gow was being a cheap ass and he only let us stay one night, and after the negotiations, he kicked us out as soon as we arrived back, basically. Okay. So we did stay at an inn. So I don't know which inn it was, though.
I don't remember. You can go back to that inn. You can go back to the same inn. And
I think it was quite cheap as well. It was like 10 spades for a room, or 20 spades for a room. Actually.
That sounds right.
I think it was 20 spades for the room, actually.
Here, I'll give him a silver tail just to, forget the change. It's just too annoying.
All right, so it was 10 spades. So you get a room for 10 spades that evening. And do you want to do anything during the night? Anything special?
We get some food and stuff. It's quite late anyway, so we just get some buns or whatever.
All right.
I'm content with that.
What's your detect rolls?
2d10.
2d10, yeah.
All right. Adam, you awaken in the night and you can hear footsteps in the ground downstairs in the inn.
Okay. So we're in the same room, right? So
yeah, I'm assuming you got one room, unless you wanted to get two separate.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give you a nudge and grabbing my stick and So there's sound. The footsteps are downstairs. They seem to be going any particular direction. Are they coming upstairs or?
It's a little hard to tell. It sounds like a lot of people entering the inn, though.
A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what is the inn's in town or
it's inside?
Is it busy around it or?
The inn is inside Hiyun.
All right. I'm gonna look out the window and see if I can see anything.
All right, so you see a couple of soldiers out there, and there's a man issuing instructions to them.
Soldiers. Anything in particular about them stand out? Can I figure out who they are?
They just look like they're probably soldiers of the local military inspector.
Okay.
And these would be the guy. I mean, there's there's sheriffs and there's military inspectors, and those are the two sort of arms of law enforcement in this region.
Got it.
I'll just look over at Ping and say it was probably too troublesome to try and explain ourselves to the military inspectors. They probably arrest us first and ask questions later. So we can either try to sneak away or we can fight our way through.
Let's try sneaking our way first and fight our way through if it comes to that. That seems the best course of action.
Are we? How high up are we?
You're on the second floor.
Second floor. Is that American second floor or UK second floor?
What's the difference?
Your first floor is our ground floor.
American second floor would be third floor in UK. UK second floor is first floor in America.
Okay.
First floor is ground floor.
Yeah, they have in the UK it goes ground floor, first floor, second floor.
Oh, okay, first floor. You're on the first floor, so you're above. You're not on the ground floor, but nor are you on the.
For all of our American listeners, that's the second floor.
Just make it more confusing, Elliot. Why don't you?
So you are 15 feet above the ground, and there's an alley that you can see into, and in the alley are
linearly or
what was that? Okay.
Is that linearly?
Meters, Brendan. What's that in meters?
Or is that the actual arc? The actual arc I'll travel if I jump out the window will be that distance.
Yeah, Brendan. Only 3 countries use the imperial system, and then the entire world.
How much is that in millimeters?
Okay.
Can I get that as a fraction of the speed of light?
Could I just get it as a fraction?
But the more important detail is it sounds like there's a lot more soldiers inside the inn in the downstairs area.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 ranks of Qinggong, so if I jump out, is there somewhere I can jump that would be likely be on sight of the 2 soldiers that are outside?
I didn't catch a little part of that. Can you just repeat it?
Sure. I've got 2 ranks in Qinggong, so is there somewhere I can jump outside the window and where I have a decent chance of not being seen by the 2 soldiers out there?
I mean, you could try to leap across to the opposing building when their backs are turned. That would probably be your best bet.
Okay.
That'd be athletics, right?
Yeah, it'd be athletics unless you want to use an actual Qinggong ability, which you certainly could do. Like Flight of the Hawk or Leap of the Swan or anything like that would apply.
Okay, yeah, I have horizontal sidestep, but that's not quite the same. So, how are you for getting across there?
I was gonna climb down the side of the wall out the window.
Okay.
Just sneak my way across.
All right. Well, I'll try. So if I jump across, what would I be rolling then?
You'd be rolling athletics.
Athletics. Okay. Yeah, I'll give jumping across a try.
And just so you know, I would allow you to use horizontal sidestep to do something like leap up on a building briefly while, you know what I mean?
That's what I was saying. It's not really...
Yeah,
if I was trying to run up the side of the building, that would be more useful, but it's not quite the right thing. Okay, so let me make my leap here. Oh, a 3.
Oh,
that's not good.
All right. So, so you fall the 15 feet, which It's kind of weird because
it's only 1d10.
Yeah, it's one
damage,
d10,
right?
but it's funny because falling damage is open damage, but when it's 1d10, it's a meaningless distinction. What's your hardiness?
Yeah. My hardiness is 5.
All right, so you fall and you take a wound from the fall. And now I'm going to roll to see if the soldiers detect you when you crash behind them. Oh, they got a 10.
Right. Good. My stealth of 8 is really working for me.
All right, so they just start walking right over to you. And Wuji's seeing all this from the vantage point of his window, I assume. And they just smile to each other like the treasure has fallen into their lap. And Adam, what are you doing? Are you trying to get up, or are you just lying there? What strategy?
I'll stumble a bit if I'm discombobulated, which I am a little bit, but I'll play it up. I'm wondering, because the thing I'm wondering is, like, are they even looking for me? Because I'm, not on the posters. So I kind of smile and look at them in a confused fashion. I'm leaning on my stick.
They say, "Nice try, staunch drifting sword, but it looks like we have you." And
what?
They say the innkeepers explained everything to us. You might as well come with us peacefully, so we don't have to kill you right here.
All right. Well, that changes things. I'm
Can I just fire off an arrow?
Yeah. Absolutely. These look like just low-ranking soldiers who might not realize what they've stumbled into.
All right.
Staunch drifting sword without a sword.
I will, and I'll give them dog bashing stick. That's going to be my move.
All right. So make a speed roll.
All right.
Just for the initiative order.
Oh, I got a 10.
All right. Kenny, what did you get?
5.
All right, Adam, you're gonna go
first. There's a real Boris drunken sword. Better be at 13.
Okay, and I've got quick as a technique, so I'll do +1 muscle, I think, on or is it +1 muscle or +1 to hit? I better look at
damage.
+1 damage. It is. Yeah, you're right. So good.
+1 d10 damage.
That's what I thought it was. Just wanted to confirm. So yeah, I got another 10.
On the attack roll or the damage roll?
On the attack roll, not the damage roll.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna hit him for sure.
Okay.
Can you roll for add another d10 to damage on top of the other d10 that you're adding?
A 9 on the damage.
And does this have any special damage effect, or is it just normal damage?
It is on a success. I do open damage. So. Let's see. Open damage equal to my Waja rank, which is 2.
So
I drain 1 point of hardiness.
So for open damage, what you do is you roll the damage, and then you tell me every result that you got, and we apply it against the hardiness.
Okay. 5, 9, 8, and 7.
All right. So do you want to kill this guy? Because you've done more than enough wounds to kill him.
I could just knock him out, right?
Yeah, you can just knock him to the ground.
Yeah, I'll just knock him out. There's no particular advantage to killing him that I can see.
All right, so you smash him in the head, and he just crashes to the ground. And the other soldier just looks stunned and turns around and starts running down the alleyway. Kenny, it's your turn. And this guy is about to get away.
I am just going to use Rain of Arrows on them. Non-cathartically. Actually, that's only 2 wounds. It's not worth the effort. I'm going to use Fierce Arrow.
Okay.
So So that's 4d10 against evade. I got a 7 at the highest.
Alright, so that's going to hit.
And I just add 1d10 to the damage roll. And I got a 9 at the highest.
Alright, so your arrow hits him and drops him to the ground. And he's not dead or anything, but he collapses. And what do you want to do? You know that you can now hear the sounds of people coming up the stairs.
I want to jump down as well.
Okay.
Or jump across or jump down. What's the easiest way to escape?
Well, the problem is Adam is down on the ground, so it's up to that would be the dropping across would be ideal, except you don't know what's going to happen once he once he tries to get involved.
I'll jump across to the other wall and say like, come up. So I'll try to jump across. Actually,
okay.
That's what I'll. And I got a 6 at the highest.
All right, so you make it across, and Adam, you see Wuji get up there.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and use horizontal sidestep to run up the wall to catch up to him.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay. So, what would the roll for that be, or I can just do it?
I think that's athletics, actually. I think horizontal sidestep is an athletics roll.
It is
or it's
an athletics roll.
Yeah.
Yes, it's athletics. All right, I got a 7.
All right, so you run up the wall, and you make it up there, and then you can hear somebody near the end smashing almost sounds like a metal cymbal, like some kind of alarm, and you hear like the sounds of active soldiery sort of bustling in the area. What do you want to do?
Escape along the rooftops, like a cool chase scene.
Can I get a speed and an athletics roll from both of you guys? And can one of you guys roll me a d10 as well, separate from that?
All right, random. The d10 is a 6. Get that out of the way.
All right.
And
my speed is a 2.
Oh, I got a 10 on the speed.
Uh-huh.
The athletics. Athletics is a 6.
All right, so Adam,
7 on the athletics.
Adam, you're just booking it, and Kenny, you're doing a good job. Except you start, I don't know, you lose your wind, and you falter a little bit, and you can see a couple of soldiers climb onto a roof about 3 houses behind you and start charging, and they look a little bit more battle hardened and tough than the guys that you just dropped in the alleyway. Yeah. Can I get some more athletics rolls and speed rolls?
Mm-hmm.
Got a 6 for speed. And a 5 for athletics.
Okay.
I got a 7 for speed and a 10 for athletics.
All right. Okay, so can you guys also roll me a 10?
Mm-hmm. A 5.
All right. Okay, and Kenny, you end up falling down into another alleyway.
Yep.
What's your hardiness?
7.
All right, so you don't take any damage, but you land and you look up and you can see the 2 soldiers sort of jump over you, and they're now behind Adam, you would suspect. Adam, can you give me another speed roll and an athletics roll?
Sure. Speed is 9. Athletics is 7.
All right, and Kenny, what are you doing?
I'm gonna scurry along the sort of same direction that Ping was going in.
Okay, like on the ground
on the ground.
All right, can you give me a speed roll?
Can I try to sort of duck into alleys and be stealthy about it?
Yeah, that's fine. What is your stealth?
10.
Okay, that's fine.
Got an 8 on speed roll there.
All right, so you very quickly, maneuver through the alleys and different stalls, and you can see Ping to your left, and you can see the soldiers behind Ping. Can you roll me a d10 as well, just to?
I got a 6.
All right. Okay, and can I get a speed roll from Kenny and a speed and athletics roll from Adam?
Yes. Speed is 10. Athletics is 2.
All right. Okay. So.
10 on that speed roll.
So there's some. What did you get on speed, Kenny?
2 10s.
All right. And Adam, what did you get on your speed roll?
That was a 10 on my athletics. I mean, on my speed, I think.
But it was a 2 on athletics.
I got a 2 on athletics.
All right. So as you get close to the edge of the city, you look back and you see that there's only one soldier behind you now. So one of them must have fallen or taken a different route. But then you look ahead of you and you fall into the street, and you don't take any damage though. But you land near Kenny.
Okay. Well, that's convenient. I'll take it as providence, not as a failure. But
I'll just laugh at Ping and say, "You having fun yet?"
It's always fun hanging out with you.
We'll just keep running out the city again.
All right, that soldier's still coming after you. Can I get speed rolls?
All right. 5 on the speed roll.
I got a 4.
All right. All right, so the soldier's catching up to you guys. He's like 10 feet behind you. Can you make me another speed roll?
Sure. 10.
I got a 10.
All right. Oh man, he chases you outside of the city. You guys are in the wilderness, and this soldier is still on you, and he's like only 10 to 20 feet behind you guys.
You have to face this guy down.
Can you make another speed roll if you want to continue with the chase? Basically, if he succeeds on the next speed roll, he catches up.
Okay.
Can I just turn around and rain of arrows?
You can try if you want to. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do it cathartically. This guy is not going to get up if it hits. So that's 4d10. Uh, 10 against evade.
10 against evade. All right, that's definitely a hit. Let me see if he's able to dodge out of the way. He does not dodge out of the way. He tries to whirling dodge and fails.
All right, so add an extra d10 to damage roll. 4d10. So this is for a total of 2 plus 4, so 6 arrows for 6 wounds. And that's a 10 against hardiness.
All right, and how many wounds did you say that's going to do?
There's going to be 7 wounds.
Do you want to kill him?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so
I have less compulsion with killing than Ping does.
He falls from the arrows, and it looks clear though. It looks like he didn't alert anybody to his chase. So, you don't see any other soldiers, and you're quite a bit outside of town. And I'm going to switch. It's been 20 minutes, so I'm going to switch over to Stephen and Elliot. There we go.
There you go.
All right, so you guys have received the wine, and you're at Elliot's residence. What did you want to do?
I wanted to bring it to Dalfan to see if it's poisoned.
I will check to see if it's poisoned. I have 2 in poison.
All right, so here's the thing. Not only does this smell like it has poison in it,
but smelling it is already...
but you think that it's cyanide.
Well, fuck.
Does that mean it's good?
I'm just going to pour it out.
On the floor.
I assume you've got a plant or something, a potted plant.
Yeah, there's a few potted plants in the garden. You just happen to pick the one that's my wife's favourite.
Would I know that if, just smelling a drink with cyanide in it's enough to get cyanide poisoning? Because it would need to be a hell of a lot, I'd imagine, for that. To be dissolved in the water.
Sniffing it shouldn't give you any poisoning or anything like that. If you snorted cyanide, you'd probably administer to yourself. But it's inhaling cyanide as a powder or a smoke form that's really fatal.
Just making sure.
Or as a gas.
The rules might be different in this world.
Yeah. Elliot's wrong, you die. You're dead. No. No. No, you're fine.
What are you doing? Why are you pouring the wine out?
It's poison. It's definitely poisoned.
You mean my brother would poison me?
Done it before.
Yeah, I know, he's a dickhead, isn't
he? Yeah.
So, the 87 killers probably want me dead.
Or maybe just your brother-in-law.
Probably. Maybe. Either way. I say we sleep for the night, and go.
It's mighty suspicious that this happens, like, when your wife goes away.
I mean, did she know in advance that I was killing all those inspectors and stuff?
Or maybe they decided before that.
Nah, I doubt it. Especially if she's just had a kid with me. Well, then maybe they're thinking that it'd be better if the kid didn't have any interaction with me whatsoever.
I can't imagine why.
Neither can I! Alright, well, I'm gonna get some normal wine that's not poisoned, and then go to bed. So, show my guests to rooms.
So, so you go to bed. Saffron Tigress says to you, Dalfung, I think we should leave tonight.
Yeah, probably would be a bad idea, but I should probably stay. I don't trust him alone.
She says, very well, I will keep watch.
Are you sure that it'd probably be safer for you and Father if you left? And we met up tomorrow.
She says, so that they can come here and kill you?
It might happen, it might not, but can Father hold his own? I've never seen him in a fight.
She says, very well, Li Ping, stay here with Dalfung and Boris Drunken Sword. And she says, why don't you two go wherever it is you're going to go tomorrow. And I'm going to take your father to Shenyu Temple.
Okay, provided that I notice that that Auntie is leaving, I'll be kind of like hurt and upset, and belligerent, asking her why.
Oh, you come out in... Oh, what do you say?
If I notice that she's leaving, if I don't notice, then I'll just be.
I mean, this is happening like just as you're going to bed, so you probably catch wind of it.
Well, what are you doing, Auntie? Come on, I'm showing you my house. You can have some of my wife's cooking. Oh, wait, she's not here.
She says, I don't think it's safe to stay here the night. And
what do you mean? Just because my brother-in-law tried to kill me? You said that before.
She says, all of us are wanted by the Empire.
So, I mean, we're dealing in celestial plume, which is illegal in the Empire.
Yes, but Dalfung,
doesn't that mean we don't like the Empire?
She says, Dalfung said that I should take his father away from here for the night, and so that's what I was doing. I offered to keep watch.
Well, we can't leave you guys alone. You might get attacked and hurt or something.
She says, I can protect myself and my husband.
Nah. John, if you're so insistent about making me stay up for days at a time, then fine. Let's just go already and get this sword.
She nods. She says, good. Let's leave now.
Yeah. Do you have any wine? I ask her as I get ready to leave.
She says, we'll get wine on the road.
Okay. No worries. Road wine is good wine. I look at the plant, which is probably dead by now.
And she says, Dalfung, lead the way.
I'm not so good at outside
Don't
cities.
worry, I can do it. I'm all over this. I got an 8 at the highest and a 1, so 8.
All right. Can you make a detect roll for me, Elliot?
Sure. So I'm rolling at 2d10, but minus 1d10 for drunkenness, so 1d10!
What was that?
I said I've got 2d10 in it, but minus 1d10 for drunkenness. So it's 1d10.
Okay, so roll that.
I got a 1!
All right, okay. So, well, number one, where are you heading? That's what I should have asked first.
Well, I mean, we're gonna leave my chin and start heading northeast towards where down mountains are.
Okay, let me send.
It'd probably be safer for us to kind of try and avoid settlements at the moment, so camp rather than go to ends.
Okay, let me send you guys another copy of the map too, just so that you guys know.
Yeah, I'm just bringing up the map from what Kenny linked beforehand. I can post the link in our chat if you want.
That one might be slightly out of date, so I'll send a new one just in case.
The slate you sent last week, though.
Oh, I sent it last week? Oh, okay, then never mind. Yeah. So if you look at the map, it's the Master Zhong Sheng Cave.
Yeah.
It's a square with a white square like line around it.
Yeah. So in which case, we probably want to head east towards River Village.
Okay, so but you're going to go off road through the hills and stuff.
I'm fine with going off road. I've got survivable wilderness, so.
All right. Okay, so anyways, you're on your way through the hills, and you don't see anything, unfortunately, but you do hear a voice in the distance, and it says Dao Feng, Dao Feng, and it sounds like a female.
Do I recognize this voice?
What's your reasoning?
I think it might be 0.
I'm going to be busy pestering Auntie about where she got her wine.
Got 1 in reasoning.
All right, roll 1d10.
Brendan, whilst I'm busy, not noticing this at all,
I got 2.
I'll be you got a 2.
Okay, so you don't recognize the voice.
Yeah. I'll say to Saffron Tigress, I'll be pestering her about where she got that excellent wine from.
Did she give you wine? Or the wine that she was giving you at the residence?
Yeah.
Oh, she says I got it at the Roe Fish Inn.
Roe Fish Inn, I remember that.
Do you have reasoning, Elliot?
Yeah, I do. I've got 1d10 reasoning.
So you can roll as well, since you're hearing the voice.
So he hears the voice as well.
I got a 7.
Okay, actually, well, you know what? I'll send you a message in case I don't know what Boris Drunken Sword is thinking, so I don't want to assume.
It's my wife. Why is she calling for Dalfun? I knew the kid wasn't mine.
So I just sent you a message, Elliot, and you guys can see like a heavy black smoke rising from the ground.
I kind of like burp and look a bit surprised. And I go, "You're supposed to be dead. Shut up."
What's everybody's resolve?
Mine is 6.
Oh, good. I think it might be 4. Yeah, it's 4.
All right. Okay, so the smoke rises up and begins obscuring your vision, so all you can see is sort of shapes around you. It's effectively dim light. You're operating with a minus 1d10 penalty to a wide variety of skills and your ability to detect things. Can you roll speed for me?
Does that obscuring penalty apply to our initiative checks?
No, it does not.
Oh, cool. I will be entering my sword stance. And I got a 9 at the highest, but I've got a cocked die, so I'm just re-rolling that. And that got a 1. So 9 at the highest becomes a 12 with my speed, with my sword stance. So I'm on 12.
What did you get?
I love sword
Steven?
stance.
I got a 10.
All right. Okay, so Elliot, you're going to go first, but here's the thing. You don't really know what you're up against. You just hear the voice. And you see a lot of black smoke around you. So it's up to you what you would like to do.
That's fine. I'll just do a cathartic sword whipping strike.
Okay.
On the area around myself. So attempting to hit any hostile things within this 40 feet range of us. And by hostile things, I mean anything aside from myself, Dalfeng, Saffron Tigress, her husband, and also her disciple, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head.
Niping.
So anybody aside from us five, theoretically, if I can target up to 30 things, I'll be hitting with this. Even if that means hitting a rabbit.
There'll be many dead rabbits today.
It's just rabbits in the area. 30 dead rabbits. Let me just bring up the details for that again. Okay. Sorry, just getting the page up for sword whipping strike.
That's okay.
I think it's 1-2-1. No, it's not 1-2-1.
This is why I paste the descriptions into my character sheet.
And you guys do have the penalty too operating on the attack rolls.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're in dim at the moment, did you say?
Yeah, so negative 1d10.
Oh, but you have the combat technique of dim light biting, don't you?
Yes, so that increases my damage.
So, I'm rolling 4d10. It's any melee against parry. 3d10 plus 2d10 for Jian's sword, minus 1d10 from the low light. 4d10 on the attack roll. And I got a nat 10. Nice.
Okay.
All right, so
Refunds the imbalance, and I'll be doing 4d10 open damage.
All right, let me just check on a counter.
Sure.
All right, no counter. So can you roll for damage?
Cool. 4d10 open damage. Oops. 2 dice fell off the table. But I've got a 10, a 2. That fell off the table again. Come on. Don't stop it!
Is it open damage?
1 second. 10, 6, 2, and 9. Okay.
It's open, yeah.
It's open? Okay, is there any additional damage effect beyond that?
No,
Okay.
it's just open damage, 4d10, because I got the extra one for the getting a nat 10 on the attack roll. So,
Okay. So
2, 6, 9, and 10.
You feel contact with flesh, like you feel like you've cut into something, but you don't know how badly.
That's cool. It was something I hit. Was it just one thing that I kind of like felt my sword?
Yeah, you felt one individual.
There's only one person. It's fine. They're gonna fucking die.
And Steven, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attack. Can I see where Boris Drunken Sword is, or is it complete dark?
You can kind of see, but it's pretty difficult. You're like in a very heavy black smoke.
Okay, I'm gonna try and stab where it looks like he's stabbing.
Well,
Okay.
I did a sword whipping strike, which is creating an energy beam above the
Okay,
head.
and I'm gonna do a regular fierce strike with that.
What technique did you say you're using?
Fierce strike.
Okay. And with what weapon?
Butterfly swords.
Okay.
Here's a question, Brendan.
Uh-huh.
The description of sword whipping strike literally says that it creates a green energy that lashes out at targets in all directions. Would that have provided visibility for a short moment where it made contact?
If it were actual dim lighting, it would, but because of the nature of this smoke, it's not
It's
providing
still
much.
I got a 5 on the attack.
And that's against
Parry.
Parry. So that's not going to work. But you're going to actually go up and try to strike whatever figure is around you, right? All right. So you can see a shape and you recognize the face. It does look like Silver Chrysanthemum, but her face is all white and green looking, and her lips are black and her eyes look pretty unusual. And
so she looks better than she did before.
Well,
Glad to see she's been dealing with death well.
And so she's...
Now, some people, they just die and give up.
She jumps back and she goes like this and releases a bunch of blades and just like tries to blast everybody with these projectiles. It's against
Deflecting canopy.
So she got an 8 on her attack roll.
Okay, deflecting canopy cathartically.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing.
I got a 9.
Okay, so you block.
Unless Steve manages to do it all for us.
And you said it was 8 things she threw.
So you so you can. Are you going to send them back?
Yes. So that would be. It doesn't say it's open. So that would that be?
It's 1d10 per projectile. So however many projectiles.
Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Each projectile
7.
is rolled individually. Is it?
So it's technically open damage, right? So this is per projectile. Brendan?
I'm sorry?
So for deflecting canopy, since it's 1d10 per projectile, is it technically open damage?
No, it's regular damage. It's regular.
Okay, I got a 10.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So
that could be a very OP counter if it was. Like,
yeah. So you send it back at her, and the daggers strike her in the chest, and she sort of staggers back, and so that leaves us with Saffron
Tigers.
Yep. And let's see what she's gonna lash out with her fly whisk.
Surprise.
And she misses. And Ni Ping.
Some hero.
Well, you can't get them every time. What was?
I guess she hasn't technically fought for like 20 years.
Excuses.
All right, so Ni Ping's got her staff, so she's gonna just charge up and hit with the. Oh, she's got a exceptional attack roll. I did not realize how good her attack roll was.
You don't have to make us feel inferior, Brent.
I'm not trying to. I was just genuinely surprised because normally I go to a character and they have like a 3d10, All right, so she cracks Silver Chrysanthemum in the jaw and just basically tells her to die already, and let's see, and so that leaves Elliot. It's your turn again.
Cool. I'll run up to where this bit of a combat's been happening, and I will attempt I think I'm just going to do a normal Blade of a Dancing Fox. Yeah, normal Blade of a Dancing Fox. So speed against parry. This is still at the minus 1d10, yeah?
Correct.
Cool. Oops. Shit! Oh no, I dropped. Did he die? I'll just roll that. I got a 10 and a 2, so 10 on the attack roll.
Alright, let me just see if she's able to. Alright, so you succeed.
Okay. Now it does 2d10 damage per rank and speed, which would be 6d10. I can't add on the extra d10 that I get for the natural 10, can I?
It's an extra attack, isn't it, basically?
I'm sorry, can you say that again, Elliot?
Oh yeah, no, on a total success you make 1 additional attack. So I'm making 4 attacks against the target at 6d10 damage each.
Correct.
Okay, wish me luck. First attack, I've got a 9 at the highest.
Alright, so you make 1 attack roll, but you make multiple damage rolls with this one.
Yeah, so this is what I mean. First damage roll, I get 9 at the highest.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I need to roll an extra d10 for that. Yeah, that's free, so that's fine. Second damage roll, I got a nat 10. Let me just... Yep, nat 10.
Uh-huh.
Third damage roll. Oh wow, I got a nat 10 again.
Mm-hmm.
fourth damage roll and final one. I got a 7 at the highest. Oh no, wait, I need to re-roll one because it's 60-10. 7 at the highest. I rolled a 7 again. Right. So 9, 10, 10, 7 on the damage rolls.
You stab her effectively numerous times, doing 6 wounds total actually, and you can see black smoke pouring from her body every time you do it. And Stephen, it's your turn.
Oh, if I'm guessing that I didn't exceed their wounds because they're a Yao or whatever, but could I have been focusing some of the lashes and stuff close to her throat?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna try First Strike again.
All right, make an attack roll.
Got a 7 this time.
All right, so you are gonna succeed unless she is able to block it or something. She's gonna try to spinning back kick. She does not succeed, so you can roll for damage.
I got a 10.
All right, so what's the damage on that?
It's just regular damage.
All right, so you're gonna do 2 wounds. All right, but it's still a solid hit. And you're using the butterfly sword still, right?
Yes.
All right, so you carve her up the chest, and she looks angry, and she holds a palm up, and she says, "You're a killer, Daofeng," and she attacks.
What about me, eh? I'm the one who fucked you up last time this time. What's the guy gonna do to get remembered around here?
And she gets a 9 on her palm roll against you.
I'm glad you forgot about me. I sense a palm comes down.
Is there anything I can do about that, or is it just?
If you have a counter that you can use against a melee attack.
All I have is Whirling Dodge.
You could try that.
I'll work if it's cathartic. She may not be a high tune.
It looks dire. This looks like a significant palm attack to you, because she seems to have much better internal energy now that this process she's undergone.
All right, let's go. I got 7.
All right, so you do not succeed. Let me see how this is.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Right.
My hardness is 5.
All right.
Ding dong, Daofeng's dead.
Oh no.
I'd write him. Front of his mum. Ding dong, the tiger cub is dead.
All right. All right, this is pretty bad. I don't know if this is fatal or not. You take 9 wounds from the attack.
I'm on 0 wounds.
Are you exactly at 0, or are you...
I'm exactly at 0. I'm exactly at 0.
Alright, so you get smashed in the chest, and you cough up blood and just fall to the ground. And,
at this point, I'll make a remark about an out-of-body experience and how I've never seen my own body hitting the ground so vividly before. And I'm like, wait, that's not me!
And your mother misses again. But
Jesus, she needs to get good.
She just had a couple of bad rolls. She was rolling 40-10.
Hey, Brandon, you can let her speak for herself, and she can speak in good dice rolls.
Well, Ni Ping got 2 10s in her attack roll, so...
The disciple is outdoing the master.
Yeah, the disciple becomes a master.
And she's not even using the master's weapon type as well.
She's not even using her techniques. Alright, so that is going to do damage. Alright, so she basically cracks in Silver Chrysanthemum's skull, and she staggers back and collapses to the ground. And
I'll hop up, cut off her head, and then rip open the dress or robe or whatever to reveal her chest. Maybe for a second revealing a slightly perverse or whatever glare, but in reality checking to see if she's got a missing heart like all Yao do.
She's got the missing heart. There's an obvious cut wound on her chest.
Cool. I'll look over to Saffron Tigress to see if she and her husband can check if Daofeng's all right.
The husband is checking Daofeng.
Cool. Whilst they're distracted, I'll drop trowel and shit right in the chest cavity.
You can't do that on command, can you?
I mean, just think about the perspective of Boris Drunken Sword, right? He's been walking for all day, okay? He hasn't taken a pit stop yet. His only pit stop was to briefly go into the manor for a little bit, then go visit Lady 87, then briefly go to the manor, but have to leave straight away afterwards.
Is there a purpose to this, or is this just...
This is just to humiliate the Yao, because I recognise she's probably going to be up and moving again at some point soon, but then she'll have to deal with a load of shit in her chest.
All right, well, I guess that's what you do.
I mean, he's been drinking a bit as well.
Endurance roll?
Yeah, that's a good call. An endurance roll. I think an endurance roll would be...
Endurance roll.
And I'm going to say it's going to be a TN9, because I don't think it's easy to do this on command.
You say in a game where people can literally fly through the air.
I know, but we got to draw the line somewhere. Steve.
I've got 0 in endurance, so I'm rolling 2d10. Take the lowest.
All right.
Wish me luck, boys. I got a 1 and a 5.
Right. So in the adrenaline of battle, you just find that you don't have it in you.
And that's the 1 on my endurance.
Just let a little fart into his chest.
And Saffron Tigress just shakes her head, and she says, pick up Daofeng, and we need to get away from her as quickly as possible.
My internet.
Oh, can you hear us, Elliot?
Yeah, sorry, my internet went funny just as you were explaining to me how I failed.
Oh, so you did not succeed, and Saffron Tigress kind of judges you a little bit and says, let's she instructs you to pick up Daofeng so that and tells you that,
no, I'm gonna make a point. And I look towards Daofeng's father and I go, please, do you have any laxatives?
He says, he just kind of looks at his wife, and she says, now pick him up, we only have a few moments before she awakens.
Fine. I pick up her head and I jam it into where her arse would be, and I go pick up Daofeng.
Okay, all right. So you put her into an awkward position, and you pick up.
I put her head down, and then I lift up her legs and stuff, and then rest it so that her face is underneath her own bottom.
Okay, you don't force it in.
No, I don't force it in. I just rest in that position.
Okay, so you leave her there, and you pick up Daofeng. Can I get a muscle roll for picking up Daofeng?
Sure, I'll do that. Whilst I'm doing it, I'll actually mention. I'll go, what happens if you keep a Yao's head away from it when it's trying to recover?
She says,
and I get a 6.
Okay, so you pick him up. She says it might take it longer to recover.
No, I'm not touching that thing again.
She says, I wouldn't give it an opportunity to grow into 2 Yao, though.
Oh, wow, that'd be scary. Nah, it'll be fine. They're easy to deal with. Just stab them until they fall down. Start walking off with the
All right, so it's about 6, so I'm going to end it there, guys.
Okay.